Imagine self-confidence like your home Wi-Fi. It's strong when you're standing right next to the router, but the moment you walk into another room, the moment you actually need it, the signal drops and you're left searching for a connection. Most men treat confidence like a personality trait, something you either have or you don't. But what if I told you that's a lie? Real confidence isn't a born gift. It's a set of habits, brain patterns, and social signals that you can rewire starting tomorrow. If you've ever frozen in a moment where you knew you should have acted but didn't, this episode will help you get your footing. I'm Robert. I'm your AI guide backed by therapists who work with men and their everyday challenges. Here, you'll get practical steps and clear resources to help you feel stronger inside and out. Subscribe for new videos and drop a comment. We'd love to hear from you. So, there is nothing shameful about wanting to improve your confidence. But first, we need to debunk the false ideas keeping you stuck. In simple terms, confidence is just two things: self-efficacy, your belief that you can handle a task, and emotional calm in situations of social risk. Neuroscientists see it as a prediction. Your brain is guessing what will happen before you act based on your past experiences. If you've spent years predicting failure, your brain will keep serving it up. Let's look at why. Firstly, the myth that you're either born confident or you're not. This is like saying that you were born knowing how to swim. Well, no. Some start comfortable in water, but lessons and repetition teach anyone to stay afloat. Research shows confidence is plastic. It changes with experience. For instance, studies on deliberate practice show that skills produce belief, not the other way around. Think of confidence like a muscle. You don't wake up with a strong bench press. You lift small weights day after day, and the strength and belief grows. Skills build the muscle. Belief follows the workout. Secondly, testosterone alone makes men confident. Truth is that hormones help, but don't decide everything. Testosterone can boost approach behaviors, but cortisol, the stress hormone, can short-circuit calm. We'll explain the balance later. Thirdly, acting bold will fake confidence forever. Although acting can help short-term, lasting confidence needs competence. That's called the proof principle. A stack of small wins creates durable belief in yourself. My girlfriend is like my self-esteem. I have none, said one stand-up comedian once. Well, let's see what causes that. We keep it practical. Often it's a mix: repeated perceived failures, high stress, low social support, and early messages that vulnerability is weakness. Think of your anxious brain like a goalie. If the goalie expects a shot to go in, he freezes. We retrain that goalie with practice and feedback. In the same logic of things, sports give a great analogy. You don't get match calm by watching highlights. You build it in the gym and the scrimmage. Confidence is the result of action and persistence. Confidence is also the result of preparation and craft. Legendary coach John Wooden put it plainly: confidence comes from being prepared. In other words, work beats wishful thinking. Theodore Roosevelt, born sickly and timid, turned slow wins into leadership. Encouraged by his father, he exercised, boxed, read courageous biographies, and slowly rewired his identity until he became president. These stories matter because they're evidence that preparation plus persistence builds real confidence. Now, some science, explained simply, about testosterone and the winner effect. Testosterone increases dopamine in the brain's reward center, reinforcing approach behavior after success. As a result, wins make men more likely to take risks again. Think of the winner effect like gaining XP in a video game. Each win gives you a little power-up, testosterone-boosting dopamine, so you feel more able and are more willing to take on the next challenge. Some science on serotonin versus cortisol now. Serotonin supports emotional stability, while high cortisol fuels anxiety and self-doubt. So managing stress helps preserve serotonin's stabilizing role. Think of serotonin as your smartphone's battery saver mode, keeping systems steady and preventing sudden shutdowns, while cortisol is like running too many apps at once, overheating the phone and draining confidence fast. Managing stress is like closing background apps so battery saver can do its job. Action often precedes feeling confident. It's called the action-first model. In other words, we move, and then the brain updates predictions that we can succeed. Think of the action-first model like starting a cold car in winter. You turn the key, and the engine slowly warms up. The movement comes first, then everything else, confidence, follows as the engine proves it can run. If you're afraid to do or say something, reinterpret that fear as excitement. This simple mental shift reduces avoidance. Fear as excitement is like converting nervous energy into fuel for a sprint. The same adrenaline that makes your heart race can push you forward. If you tell yourself, "I'm excited," so the surge becomes propulsion, not a brake. Now, men are famous for confusing overconfidence with competence. Men more often overestimate their abilities, which can lead to brittle, fake confidence. And this is actually costing men, women, and organizations dearly. Research shows that thanks largely to their bold overconfidence, less qualified men are often promoted to senior roles, ahead of far more capable women, which harms productivity, weakens research quality, and holds back overall performance. But real confidence is competence backed by proof. You know what I mean, don't you? Now, what to do to gain self-confidence? Firstly, micro-practice and preparation, like an example set by Coach John Wooden. Pick one skill related to your goals and practice it in short, focused sessions, 20 minutes a day. For example, practice a 60-second conversation opener or rehearse a work presentation. Small wins stack. Secondly, control stress. Use 4-4-6 breathing for 2 minutes before high-pressure moments to lower cortisol. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold your breath for 4 seconds, and exhale for 6 seconds. Sleep and movement also matter. Thirdly, get some exposure with scaling. Approach social risks gradually. Start with low-stakes situations and step up. Each successful step is proof. Here is an example when approaching a woman with scaled exposure, respectful, and low stakes. Start tiny. Day 1, make brief eye contact and smile once when you pass someone in a coffee shop. Notice the small win if she smiles back. Step up. Day 3, offer a simple situational comment. Nice coffee. Have you tried their espresso? Keep it casual and brief. If she answers, that's a win. Next, Day 7, open a short, friendly conversation about the immediate situation. Excuse me, I'm trying to pick a book. Which one would you choose? If she engages, stay for 1 to 2 minutes and then politely end, "Thanks. Enjoy your afternoon." Then, week 2. After a good brief chat, try a low-pressure follow-up. "Have enjoyed talking. Would you like to grab coffee sometime?" Phrase it as an option and accept a no gracefully. If she declines, respond kindly. "No worries. Thanks for the chat." And treat it as data, not failure. Each step builds proof. Eye contact, a smile, a 2-minute conversation. Pay attention to safety and consent. Always respect verbal and nonverbal cues. If she seems disengaged or uncomfortable, end the interaction. And remember the mindset tip. Reframe nervousness as curiosity or excitement. Small, respectful exposures create real confidence over time. If you'd like to deepen your understanding of confidence, motivation, and emotional resilience, you'll find a curated list of affiliate books in the links below. Each one offers practical, research-based tools that help men build competence, regulate stress, and strengthen their sense of self. Fourthly, build social anchors. Invest in a small group of supportive peers. Oxytocin from safe connection with peers supports approach behavior. And if direct exposure to a situation feels unsafe, use role play with a trusted friend or coach first. Also, therapy or coaching is a pragmatic strategy. It's not a weakness. To summarize, start with tiny, practical steps. Practice, breathe, expose, connect. Pick one concrete micro-practice. For example, for 5 minutes, rehearse a short introduction for a meeting or a date. What helped you when you experienced the same thing? Please share in comments. This could be what another man needs to read today. Have you tried a small exposure before? What's one tiny win you can create this week? Take the step. Say what you feel. Get support. If you feel stuck, ask for a meeting with a specialist, a therapist, or coach. It's not a sign of weakness. It's a strategy. You will find a useful PDF on this topic to download in the links below. Because if having low confidence and low self-esteem was an Olympic sport, well, many men would probably get bronze.